Massive Rollout Money with Wings 190 plus IQD and VND Exchange Hubs go live nationwide. Bar chart. This is a breaking development coming in right now, and it has already sent shockwaves through financial markets, through banking circles, and across the community of currency holders worldwide. Reports confirm that more than 190 exchange hubs, dedicated to handling the much-anticipated revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong, have gone live nationwide. This rollout is being described as nothing short of historic, not just because of the number of centers opening, but because of what it represents. The transition from years of speculation to actual, operational exchange points where individuals holding these currencies can finally move to convert them at newly adjusted rates. Crowds are gathering outside several of these hubs, and sources on the ground describe scenes that feel more like a major holiday or a nationwide celebration than a typical banking day. People are filming, cheering, and calling family members as the doors open and the first transactions are processed. The timeline of this moment has been the subject of countless rumors and predictions for more than a decade. Each time, holders of dinar and dong were told to be patient, to wait, to hold on to their currency because a major reset was just around the corner. Many dismissed it as a myth or a conspiracy theory, but today those same skeptics are seeing photographs, videos, and official statements from banks confirming that the exchange centers are real and operational. Wells Fargo, which had long been rumored to play a central role in the process, has not only confirmed its involvement but has gone further by releasing a public statement that acknowledges new operational instructions tied to revaluation procedures. The market response has been immediate. Currency forums are flooded with messages, financial analysts are being pulled onto live broadcasts, and social media hashtags connected to this event are trending globally. To put the scale of this rollout into perspective, consider the logistics involved. Setting up nearly 200 exchange hubs across a nation does not happen overnight. It requires months of planning, coordination with federal regulators, security arrangements, staffing, and integration with international financial networks. Every one of those centers must be able to handle not just physical banknotes but also digital records, cross-border confirmations, and compliance checks to prevent money laundering or fraud. And yet, according to insiders, all of these preparations have been quietly underway in recent months, hidden from public view, until today's announcement pushed everything into the spotlight. It is now clear that what many thought was speculation was in fact a carefully guarded plan, executed with precision. Inside the centers, the atmosphere is a mix of excitement and tension. On one hand, there is joy among holders who have waited years, in some cases decades, for this very moment. On the other hand, there is the sober reality that not everyone will come out as wealthy as they once imagined. Rates are still being finalized and are not uniform across all centers. While initial leaks suggested eye-popping numbers, the official figures being whispered now are more measured, realistic, and tied to economic fundamentals. But the fact remains, the revaluation is no longer theoretical. Transactions are happening. Receipts are being issued. Digital balances are updating in real time. People are walking out of these centers with confirmation slips showing that their once-doubted holdings have real value in the global system. Government officials are walking a fine line in how they communicate about this event. On one side, they want to celebrate progress, to present this as a win for stability, for economic restructuring, and for global cooperation. On the other side, they are keenly aware that too much hype could trigger chaos in markets, cause inflationary pressure, or destabilize regional economies. That is why the language being used is measured, emphasizing gradual rollout, responsible exchange practices, and continued oversight. For instance, statements stress that while over 190 hubs are now operational, more centers will continue to open over the coming weeks, and processes will be refined to ensure fairness and security. This is being framed as the beginning, not the end of the story. The human element of this news cannot be overlooked. Many of the individuals arriving at the exchange hubs today are ordinary citizens who purchased dinar or dong years ago, often influenced by friends, online forums, or community gatherings. They were told that one day this currency would revalue, that patience would pay off, and that they could be part of a once-in-a-lifetime financial event. For years, they endured mockery, skepticism, and in some cases even personal hardship as they held on to what looked like worthless paper. Today, their persistence is being validated. Reporters on site describe emotional scenes. Tears, prayers, embraces between family members, and overwhelming gratitude that their long wait has finally borne fruit. Some are calling it a life-changing day, while others see it as the end of a long, uncertain chapter. Economists are offering a range of interpretations. Some say this revaluation is a carefully timed effort to bring Iraq and Vietnam more fully into the global financial system, to strengthen trade flows, and to stabilize currencies that have long been undervalued due to war, sanctions, or developmental challenges. Others are more skeptical, warning that the sudden creation of wealth in private hands could have destabilizing effects if not managed properly. Still others see this as part of a larger geopolitical strategy, potentially tied to shifting alliances, oil agreements, or competition with major global currencies like the dollar and the yuan. Whatever the deeper motives, one fact is unavoidable. Nearly 200 exchange hubs opening in one coordinated move represents a shift of enormous magnitude. Markets are reacting cautiously. Forex platforms have shown unusual spikes in activity, with volumes surging as traders attempt to position themselves ahead of wider adoption of the new rates. Equity markets are watching closely, particularly sectors tied to banking, oil, and international trade. Already, shares of major banks known to be involved in the rollout are showing increased volatility, while precious metals are also seeing movement as investors hedge against uncertainty. Analysts are quick to caution that this is only the beginning, and the full effects will not be known for weeks or even months. But the immediate signal is unmistakable. This is not rumor anymore. This is reality. Another layer of the story is the sheer number of people trying to access these centers. Reports indicate that phone lines are jammed, websites are overloaded, and some centers have lines stretching down city blocks. Security is tight, with law enforcement present to manage crowds and to ensure that no disruptions occur. Many centers are operating on appointment systems to prevent chaos, and there are clear instructions that exchanges must follow anti-money laundering protocols, requiring identification, tax documentation, and compliance with local and international regulations. This is not a free-for-all. It is a tightly controlled process, designed to prevent abuse while still allowing legitimate holders to benefit. Observers also note the international angle. News of these exchanges has sparked reactions abroad, particularly in countries with significant numbers of dinar and dong holders. Diaspora communities in Europe, North America, and Asia are calling family members, comparing notes and asking when similar hubs might open in their regions. Officials have been careful not to commit to exact dates, but they emphasize that this is a phased process, starting domestically before moving to international rollouts. Still, the anticipation is intense, and it is clear that global pressure will mount quickly to expand access. For historians and financial scholars, this moment will be studied as one of the most unique monetary events of the modern era. Rarely has a currency revaluation been so anticipated, so publicly discussed, and so tied to grassroots communities of ordinary people rather than institutional investors. The sheer scale of attention, fueled by years of online speculation, has made this more than just an economic shift. It is a cultural phenomenon. And now that the day has come, it raises important questions about what happens next. Will this newfound wealth translate into productive investments? Will communities benefit? Or will the story be one of fleeting gains and unmet expectations? Those answers will take time. In the meantime, what is certain is that the launch of over 190 exchange hubs has transformed the landscape of this discussion. No longer confined to chat rooms or speculative websites, the revaluation is now a matter of record, with banks processing real transactions and governments issuing real confirmations. The crowds, the media coverage, the official statements, and the financial ripples all confirm that this is not hypothetical. It is happening, and it is unfolding rapidly. For those who doubted, the images on live broadcasts provide undeniable proof. For those who believed, this is vindication at last. As we continue to follow developments, reporters will remain stationed outside major exchange hubs, tracking the flow of people, the rates being offered, and the reactions from both officials and ordinary citizens. Analysts will continue to pore over the implications, while markets will adjust to a new reality. And while the future is uncertain, the present moment is clear. A massive rollout of exchange hubs has begun, and with it, a new chapter in the long and often unbelievable story of the Iraqi dinar and Vietnamese dong revaluation.